This regatta course is notorious for being unreliable in the sense that we're never really sure.
Coolin, I should say, from Mississauga in 2. Balmy Beaches, Sanford Lou in 3. Steve Waisnays from Ottawa in 4. Balmy Beaches, James Paisley in 5. Jonathan Pike from Mascua in 6. Andre Gorlov from Ottawa in 7. And Burloak's Michael Kerwin rounding out the field in this Masters Men's C1 1,000-meter final.
Of course, there was no heats in this event, but good to see that we've got 7 strong athletes racing. Again, some former national team members and Steve Wastenese, John Pike, and Drayton Coolin are here. I heard some rumors that Drayton Coolin's in very good shape, so expect a strong race from lane 2's Drayton Coolin from Mississauga. Steve Wastenese is always in this race. He won a bronze medal, which is the first time he won a medal in this event, but I've seen him race this probably half a dozen times over the past 10 years. A good friend, Larry Kane, but won this event 3 straight years from 2009 to 2012. And, of course, Larry Kane won a gold medal in the 1984 Olympics in C1 500.
That's right. Unfortunately, the defending champion at this race and in this discipline, Thomas Budai Jr. from Pointe Claire, not racing in this event, not going to be able to defend his title. So we will see a new champion, and that could be either last year's silver medalist Andre Gorlov or Steve Waisnees from Ottawa in lane 4.
Don't count out lane 2. Or looking down the race course, I can see Drayton over in lane 2 there. Lane 3, Balmy Beach, Stanford Lou, a little bit back, I believe, but it's always hard to tell from this angle. Definitely looks like John Pike from lane 6. I don't know how we overlook John Pike, national team member. I think John will throw down a pretty commanding victory in this one, as he is a coach but also trains quite hard himself.
There we see Pike in that white boat ripping down the course as they approach. Well, they actually just crossed the halfway point. Less than 500 meters remaining as Pike continues to stretch out his lead over his competitors. But if this angle is correct, you are right. This on the far side, Mississauga's Drayton Coolin putting on a great performance on the outside there as well.
I went to Junior Worlds in '99 with John Pike. He raced C1 500 and I raced the K1s, and it was a long time ago. And I was sharing some memories with another one of our teammates from '99, Andrew Russell, who paddled in C2 at the Beijing Olympics. So I remember in the early noughts with John Pike and a couple of other guys in Florida running these horrible 8K time controls on the island, and anybody who's ever trained in Florida knows what I'm talking about. But John was a really, really good runner back in the day and still is. Of course, he's a proud father with Jenny Wharton now, my Olympic teammate. So, life just keeps trucking along, eh? It's incredible to see so many familiar names and faces from so many years over the years.
And that's to mention, Nationals is kind of one of these special things because everyone from all over the country comes back together and you can reflect on your past experiences and the things that have occurred in the sport.
Yeah, no doubt. Drayton was one of the older guys at the Mississauga Canoe Club when I was just growing up. He was coaching a little bit. Now he's a teacher in Mississauga with a couple of kids, and made his way down to the Canoe Club a lot this summer. He was saying getting back in shape, and now we can see that he was, in fact, down there paddling as he looks to be coming in second here in this Masters C1 1,000-meter race.
It was basically Jonathan Pike from beginning to end, as it's going to be another national championship for a Mascua athlete as he wraps up this Masters Men's C1 1,000-meter. A fantastic performance by him in that white boat. Looks like it will be Coolin picking up the silver and rounding out the medals, Steve Wastenese from Ottawa.
Like lane 4's Ottawa's Andre Gorolov was silver last year. He's going to have to settle for 4th place, unfortunately, this year, but a really strong race from some 3 former national team members in Drayton, Steve, and John Pike.
So cool to see some of these older athletes that still have that love for the sport, love to compete, and they come out and really show the young ones what they're capable of still.
Yeah, no doubt. Mike Kerwin, great guy down at the Burloak Canoe Club, always volunteering and helping out, rounding out the field there in lane 8. We still have 2 more paddlers, of course. But Mike, thanks to Mike for all the hard work he does down at the Canoe Club, coaching masters and coxing war canoes. He's always a helping hand down at the Burloak Canoe Club.
So Jonathan Pike walks away with the Tom Hodgson Trophy, introduced in 1995, donated by the Masters at the Mississauga Canoe Club to recognize and honor Tom's 60-plus years of continuous active participation in paddling. So it would have been a nice little treat for Drayton to come away with that trophy and that title, but it was a strong performance by Jonathan Pike in the end that got him that gold medal and that trophy.
Gotta say, James Paisley did a great job staying in his lane there with John Pike next to him and Steve Wasney's on the other side. That's not an easy race for him, getting caught in the wash of the first and third place paddlers there. So that was a technical race for James, and I hope he's happy with his performance despite the tough conditions being in lane 5.
Looking now at a